tough times become hard times. I actually read articles where there was a president of the United States at one time, I think it was Theodore Roosevelt, that he actually was trying to sell potatoes to make a living at one time when one of his fellow officers came along to find him at a horrible time of famine and hardships, people trying to survive, and the cost was phenomenal for just one egg or 2 eggs. You know, the banks had hyperinflated their money. My grandfather's passed away now, but he tried to impart with me some of the wisdom and difficulties of the financial depressions that existed back in those times. And he told me stories of when his mama would send him as a child to the store with just $1, a buck, right? $1. He'd be able to go to the store, and he said that he'd be able to come back with 5 potatoes, 2 loaves of bread, 3 bottles of milk, a hunk of cheese, you know, a box of tea, and 6 eggs. And he says, now you cannot do that now. And I'm like, wow. And I said, looking and seeking for his wisdom, I said, well, Papa, can you tell me a bit more about this? I mean, how is it you're able to get it and be able to do these things? And he looked at me and said, oh, you can't do that now. I said, I know. The government has gone to shit. Everything's gone to hell in a handbasket. He said, no, that's not it. I thought, okay, I'm going to get some really good advice here. He said, no. It's back then, there was no fucking security cameras. My crazy ass grandpa. But seriously, we live in a fucking state of ridiculousness, man, where we're being dragged down by the cost of things, and we're only seeing the beginnings of the difficulty. You know, did depression exist in many times? Oh, sure it did. And other times too, when we try to use this commerce tool in the corrupt fashion that it's being used as, instead of the tool that it was meant to be. Once the government no longer prints their money and we give it to private bankers, a whole section of the pie that's been created, big piece of it goes to them, and we get a little incident-city little fucking piece of the pie to split between all of us stupid asses, you know. What can you say, you know? We didn't know. We had ignorance, and there were people that held down truths, and they kept the people, you know, and people were ignorant. Now, you can't say that. Everybody's becoming educated. Kids are coming out of school. They all know how to read and write and mathematics skills and whatnot. With the help of the internet, more truths are coming out, more argumentative facts, things that the media are even slipping up and portraying and allowing out. And thankfully, people like WikiLeaks that comes forward to allow us to see and hear some of the real atrocities and throw out a mass of information to be questioned on and see the inequities, the lies that they keep perceiving upon us and whatnot over the wars that continue to go on. Hello, my friends. I just wanted to show you a glimpse of my birth certificate and show you how I know that we are portrayed as commerce from birth. As you can clearly see by the circle going around stating Canadian banknote, that the day I was born, I became a value to the country. And they had money created, borrowed against the private banks, in the understanding that one day I would make a certain quota of money, minimal, to pay back that debt. And by doing so, I became a Canadian banknote. My very own birth certificate that was created is a Canadian banknote. I mean, for fuck's sakes, man. Okay, you're living in the United States, and your baby's just born, and you have to tell your child that, hey, I'm sorry, my love, but you're already $51,000 in debt. And by the time you turn 18, it'll probably be much, much higher, since you'll never be able to pay it off and you'll always be in debt. And because of it, they'll just keep cutting back health care, education, anything that's beneficial, all programs, anything that helps the people. It'll all come back. Sorry. It's fucking bullshit, people! Come on! And here in Canada, it's fucking about $17,000 per person. I mean, fuck's sakes, man. Your baby's born, and if you're a family of 5, well, you've just put yourself in debt for $51,000. You're already in debt $1,000 for having 3 children. Because each individual person that's added owns a piece of that pie on that great fucking created debt. right this instant. Right now. Like, fuck, come on, this is bullshit. If people see this fucking video in 5 years' time from now, they'll be going, no, no, no. It's much higher than that now. Fuck, we're $100,000 in debt in the United States, and Canada is fucking 50 or 60. That we're catching a FASO. It's bullshit, people. Come on! Start the fucking party. That is the only way. I cannot see any other way, because you can never even get the people in you need. They buy all the politicians. They own everything. George Carlin has tried to say it many times to everybody. We're fucked, okay? We're fucked.
There's a reason for this. There's a reason education sucks, and it's the same reason that it will never, ever, ever be fixed. It's never going to get any better. Don't look for it. Be happy with what you got. Because the owners of this country don't want that. I'm talking about the real owners now. The real owners, the big wealthy business interests that control things and make all the important decisions. Forget the politicians. The politicians are put there to give you the idea that you have freedom of choice. You don't. You have no choice. You have owners. They own you. They own everything. They own all the important land. They own and control the corporations. They've long since bought and paid for the Senate, the Congress, the state houses, the city halls. They got the judges in their back pockets. And they own all the big media companies, so they control just about all of the news and information you get to hear. They got you by the balls. They spend billions of dollars every year lobbying to get what they want. Well, we know what they want. They want more for themselves and less for everybody else. But I'll tell you what they don't want. They don't want a population of citizens capable of critical thinking. They don't want well-informed, well-educated people capable of critical thinking. They're not interested in that. That doesn't help them. That's against their interest. That's right. They don't want people who are smart enough to sit around the kitchen table and figure out how badly they're getting fucked by a system that threw them overboard 30 fucking years ago. They don't want that. You know what they want? They want obedient workers. Obedient workers. People who are just smart enough to run the machines and do the paperwork, and just dumb enough to passively accept all these increasingly shittier jobs with the lower pay, the longer hours, the reduced benefits, the end of overtime, and the vanishing pension that disappears the minute you go to collect it. And now they're coming for your Social Security money. They want your fucking retirement money. They want it back, so they can give it to their criminal friends on Wall Street. And you know something? They'll get it. They'll get it all from you sooner or later, because they own this fucking place. It's a big club, and you ain't in it. You and I are not in the big club. And by the way, it's the same big club they use to beat you over the head with all day long when they tell you what to believe. All day long, beating you over the head in their media, telling you what to believe, what to think, and what to buy. The table is tilted, folks. The game is rigged. And nobody seems to notice. Nobody seems to care. Good, honest, hard-working people, white collar, blue collar, doesn't matter what color shirt you have on. Good, honest, hard-working people continue. These are people of modest means. Continue to elect these rich cocksuckers who don't give a fuck about them. They don't give a fuck about you. They don't give a fuck about you. They don't care about you at all. At all. At all. Yeah. You know? And nobody seems to notice, nobody seems to care. That's what the owners count on, the fact that Americans will probably remain willfully ignorant of the big red, white, and blue dick that's being jammed up their assholes every day. Because the owners of this country know the truth. It's called the American dream, because you have to be asleep to believe it.
The only way I can see, this is an opportunity. This is the answer, some kind of solution. No, it's not perfect. Yeah, there'll be fucking problems, but you know what? There's mountains and hills on everything to climb, and as long as you don't give up and you keep moving forward, then people will start to gain momentum. We'll become educated in understanding our own system. We'll actually have a word, a yes or no choice. We can even make majorities 75, 80%. We can create new constitutions, new charter of rights to protect the minorities from the majorities, that we can make more protection upon ourselves again and take back ourselves and our protections and whatnot. This is fucking ridiculous, my brothers and sisters. Please, don't keep doing this. I'm begging you, I don't know what else to say. Fucking circles, that's what we're doing, because people keep talking about it, but nothing's happening. But there is actually knowledge. People are sharing it, and the word's getting out more and more and more. There's less ignorant people, but there's still a huge amount. Fuck everything. Trying to change you know, I would like to see legalization of cannabis and all drugs, and I would like to see, you know, so many different changes in our systems that keep being cut back, and I'd like to see Bank of Canada, and I'd like to see all of these things, but nothing will be changed. You'll fight your tooth and nail off, like poor Mark Emery. They threw his ass in jail. Rick Simpson saving fucking lives, thousands of people from dying of cancer, and now that knowledge is spread out. They can't stop it. It's like a virus itself. The knowledge that, yes, if you eat the cannabis oil, you can cure cancers. You can back up the fucking time on diabetes and a lot of diseases. Live a normal life again. I'm one with irritable bowel syndrome. Changed my life. I can't even say enough. But you know what? None of these things can be changed until we create the party to create our own government system called direct democracy. Because it's fucking time the people have a say, or they're going to stupid us all the ways down until we're monkeys, or we'll have the intelligence to run the machines but have no idea how to fucking fix them. For the love of God, please, people, come to fucking together. Take some of this knowledge and run with it. Somebody out there, learn this. I have no idea how to make it happen myself. I do know that I'm going to have to start pushing forward myself on it and try to figure it out, because I don't know what else to do. There's nobody else. I'm all alone on this. And I do not have money. I have 8 grandchildren, soon to have 10. We're always just on the edge of finances, and I'm okay with that. I don't give a shit if survivability is very important to me. And commerce is not going to be survivability when it comes down to in the end. You ain't going to be able to eat your motherfucking money. You need to learn a huge amount of survival tactics and necessary survival when the shit hits the fan. And if it ever does, I do not know if it will in my lifetime. Anyway, enough said. Direct democracy, my friends. For the love of all that's pure, good, and pleased. If you want to take the clock back and start giving the money back to the people and paying this debt for real off, it's compound interest debt. My God, when you pay huge chunks of money on your trillions in debt, you're just covering the interest and a smidgen of principal if you're pushing your people and cutting all your fucking benefits. Anyway, I'm done. I'm out. God bless all of yous.